Hello everyone, I'm Stephen at greenmanleather.ca. Today we're going to have a little look at a 12-inch leather strap cutter. This machine was designed roughly 30s or 40s, and it was widely used by many industries, belt making, straps, you name it, had to do with anything with cutting straps of leather. This machine was in full productivity. This is certainly a workhorse. Now, I'm sure that there's many other chop cutters that are out on the market today. Today we're going to talk about an older piece of machinery. In Greenman Leather, we love older machinery, just because it was built at a time when things were built better. This is a C-frame cast iron. Now, basically, this machine runs on a nylon roller on the bottom, and the top roller has the spacers, as you can see there. So once we put the leather through, we put enough friction with the bottom knobs, we lift up the rollers ever so slightly, and then we feed our leather in. Now every machine's different. Some machines have just a left side roller. I was lucky in this case to actually find another one, and basically you feed your strap in like this. So we're going to do a couple little different cuts. First of all, as you'll note, you'll see that there are several different blades and spacers here. Now, the spacers are undercut by about 1 millimeter. Each blade makes up for half a millimeter. So when you're doing your cuts, you've got precision every time. If the customer wants a ½ inch, a 3/4 inch, this is exactly what they're going to get. Now, we also have our spacers made and milled by an older gentleman who's retired now, but his quality is outstanding. Basically, we're going to slide all the rest of the spacers on, and then we're going to put the washer on and the nut. A lot of the nuts have a reverse feed onto it. Use our wrench to lock it off. Now this one, because it is older, it's got 2 bolts that you basically have to screw on and screw off. Newer versions have a lever. It's for quick, easy access. It's quite efficient. Okay, so once that's locked in, underneath here you'll see, well, you won't see, but there are some knobs. Basically, it increases the tension. You'll see the table moving up slightly. And you, like I said, you want to make sure that the knives are actually biting into the nylon roller. There we go. That looks good. So once that's done, then we're going to do a little test run, just to show you the capability of the machine. And power on. Now, I'm not sure if you can actually see in the bottom, but there's a little pedal there, and this is what we call a clutch motor. The clutch motor basically engages and disengages when you're putting foot pressure onto the machine. So just to give you an understanding, keep your eyes on the rollers and you'll see them starting to move. So, very smooth. Okay, so now I'm going to feed this part in here, with leather, and just show you what it can do. Now normally what happens is we've got spacers on the back. And the spacers basically ensure that the leather goes through smoothly. So, in all my talking, I actually didn't set that up. So, just going to have another try at this. There's actually a faceplate that is engaged as well. You should never actually push down on the motor when your hands are close to it. Okay, so basically with the spacers, you fit them in between each blade. It basically just tells the leather what direction it needs to go. It's actually good that I made that mistake because a lot of people actually forget to set this up. Okay. So once that's set up, again, we have our spacer. This is an uneven cut, so I'm going to move it out of the way once the leather goes through again. So just get a little pressure on your foot, and you can go fast or you can go slow. So let's just take our time with this. And we've got a variety of straps. So there's the 1/2 inch, that one's a 3/4, and then there's our inch and a half right here. A very simple machine to use. You take your time with this machine, it'll last forever, and it'll certainly keep money in your pocket. So thanks very much for having a look at this piece of machinery, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me at www.greenmanleather.ca.